This company sent me their pre-workout for an honest review, but I don't think they fully realized what they were asking for.
I want the truth! You can't handle the
The No Fake channel, checking in. Jonathan here with Juiced, a high stim pre-workout that uses marketing tactics to get dumb kids to buy their products. We've seen this in the past, not only in the supplement industry, but across the board. You see companies utilizing cool names on their products in order to hook you, to bring you in. And frankly, Juiced is just another one in a long line of pre-workouts that use over-the-top names in order to think you're gonna be getting some Mexican creatine. Let's dive in a little bit further. They utilize a bottle that specifically looks like what a chemist would have as far as their ingredients. They make you think it's glass with a nice professional top, but it's all plastic. I wanna spend 60 seconds or less going over the 7 ingredients that Juiced delivers. Now, when it comes to a high stim pre-workout, you typically get 0 pump ingredients or very little. Juiced falls into the very little category. You get 5 grams of citrulline malate. Many people think 5 grams of citrulline, that's great, but it's citrulline malate, 2-to-1 ratio. They throw in glycerol at a gram, that's good.
And it feels different, it feels fantastic.
They throw in 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, and that is the clinical dose, so props to Juiced for focus ingredients. They throw in choline bitters at 1 gram. I think there's better choline sources out there, but it's in there, no big deal. They throw in L-Dopa at 150 milligrams, that's solid. Now, for high stim energy, which is what you want, they throw in caffeine, like all other pre-workouts, but they throw in 400 milligrams. Keep in mind, that's 4 cups of coffee, but if you were to drink 4 cups of coffee, it might take you an hour if you were really pushing the pace. This, you're gonna put down in like 10 minutes tops. So that's like getting 4 cups of coffee funneled into your system. Now, there are tons of pre-workouts on there, especially those with the extreme label that are gonna have 400 milligrams of caffeine. Juiced has to be juiced. So they said, hey, the FDA, they went ahead and banned DMAA in pre-workouts. Why don't we just go ahead and find some synthetic version, some faux version, and dump that in? It'll be just as good. Flavors. Who cares about flavors? Well, I know that when it comes to high stim pre-workouts, most of them taste like your boyfriend's. So this one is actually a step above, but not by much. I got the strawberry mango and it was not drinkable, but you could put it down and not have to gag. It's a 6.5 out of 10. I imagine that the lemonade is probably gonna be the better flavor because it's gonna be more likely to mask the ingredients that they're putting in here. Now this retails for $2.50 per serving. I don't have an affiliate link. I don't got a coupon code. Today's day and age, $2.50 for a pre-workout. It's honestly, unfortunately, right around what you're gonna be paying. I do feel like it's overpriced for the few ingredients that they put in here, but it's really in line with the market norms. Now I will say, I don't know where this is manufactured. Now it's 2024. You wouldn't think so, but it is still the wild, wild west when it comes to supplements. And unfortunately, this just says made in America. It doesn't tell you the company that produces it. It doesn't tell you where in America it's made. It doesn't tell you if it's third-party tested. Unfortunately, this could be made either in a laboratory that you could eat off the floor where people are wearing gloves and white hats and meeting all GMP standards, or it could be made in your Uncle Luke's bathtub. You just have no idea of knowing. I need to thank all of you for using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video. That not only helps pay for future content creation, it does keep me plush in triple ply toilet paper. Or when you use those links, let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. And I will tell you, the more pre-workouts that I review, the more supplements that I take, the more cautious I am about where they are made and who is making them. Thankfully, we do see more label transparency in the industry, and you can kind of dive in and figure out where these are being put together. Unfortunately, I still don't trust a lot of the no-name labels because they don't have the funds, nor do they have the inclination to go out and get something that is put together in a certified GMP facility with extremely high standards. Who cares about flavors? Who cares about ingredients? Who cares about cost? All of my high stim junkies care about one thing. How does it hit. And I will tell you, the energy on here is extremely high. Why? For a few unfortunate reasons. Number one, 400 milligrams is crazy amount of caffeine to have in one dosage. It is going to fry your adrenal system if you go to the well too often. On top of that, to add insult and injury, this company does what a lot of other high stim pre-workouts do, and that is that they don't have an accurate scoop size. That's right. When you pull the scoop out, most of you are gonna try to do a scoop and get on with your way. You're not gonna bother to weigh it out. And a lot of companies know this. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna do a scoop, a nice level scoop, and you're gonna be actually getting 15% more of the ingredients on here. Not only are you gonna be using this product faster than suggested, but you're gonna be getting a ton more caffeine than you realize. Probably gonna get like 50 extra milligrams of caffeine. So why do companies do that besides the fact that you're gonna plow through this a lot quicker than the 20 servings listed on here? Because you're gonna say to yourself, wow, this extreme pre-workout hits hard. Why does it hit hard? Because you're doing way more than the label even shows. For those of you high stim junkies that are simply chasing the dragon, you're trying to get back to the good old days like Jacked 3D and Aries White, back when pre-workouts were pre-workouts. Unfortunately, this one does deliver on some of that high you might be chasing, but it is fleeting. It certainly didn't last me my 90-minute training session. It kind of hit, flared out, and there you go, we're on our way. I will say that if that's what you're looking for, this will deliver that, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. I would caution people about using stuff like this regularly. It does not lead to better training sessions. I'd use this twice and both of my sessions were okay. I would say like a B minus. And in fact, I usually shoot for like A's when I hit my training sessions. I give myself like a report card. Now the pumps in here were, I would say, almost non-existent. Compared to days where I don't take any pre-workout, they were right in line with that. So I don't necessarily know why you would buy something like this to get pumps in the gym, or any high stim pre-workout these days, for the most part, is not going to be delivering you massive, sick, vein splitting pumps. One thing that caught me off guard, I guess, and maybe that's because of the combination of ingredients that they use, is the focus. It did have solid focus in here, especially considering the limited ingredients they put in for focus. I was a bit surprised. And now it's time. It is time for my final thoughts on Juiced pre-workout. Do you have to go over the border to pick this up? No. I will say that this thing falls in line with a lot of other high stim pre-workouts. They're trying to sell you on the illicit nature of what's in here. This time, because of the bottle and the label and the fake DMAA. And you got to ask yourself, if a company's trying to use some synthetic bypass of the FDA, is it really something you want to be putting down into your system? Especially a company that really you don't know anything about. They haven't been in business all that long. Their website's just a generic website that I could probably put up in like 5 minutes. You could probably do it in 2.5. And frankly, the more you go to the well on these high stim pre-workouts, the worse it's going to be for your adrenal system. And if you think these are going to get you PRs in the gym, or they're going to get you some fantastic workout, no, These are just glorified party drugs that you kind of take in order to have a kind of fun experience in the gym and get a little bit of a high, a little bit of a go. And this one delivers, I guess, on that. But for my money, I'm just going to have to say no thanks. Unfortunately, many people that go down that rabbit hole of high stim pre-workouts just wreck their adrenal system, and they have to use more and more to get the same effect. And when they finally go back to their normal pre-workout, it doesn't move the needle. And if you think you're going to be getting better workouts because it just says high stimmed or it says juiced on the label, think again. Now, if you made it this far in the video, a YouTube AI algorithm thinks these are the videos you're going to want to watch next. If you made it this far, we're officially best friends like Adam Sandler and Netflix. Thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.